Today my British Airways flight is Irish, but why is Aer Lingus now operating some British Airways routes?
And that's why we're here at London Gatwick Airport to take a British Airways flight that is actually Irish. And we are taking this flight from here in London Gatwick up to Glasgow. So without any further ado, let's jump in the terminal and get checked in and head on up to Glasgow. Let's go.
We start at Gatwick's South Terminal needing to check in.
Okay, the British Airways check-in desks are here. We've got a few hours before our flight, so I think I'm going to get a coffee and try and charge my phone somewhere. I've just landed off a flight on North Atlantic, so I've got my cameras, my phone, all needing a bit of a charge. So let's go get a coffee and do a bit of charging, and then we'll come back and check in. Okay, we've had a coffee, now let's go check in with British Airways. We need to go downstairs. Hi there, just checking in for Glasgow, please. Perfect, thank you. Cheers. Got my ticket, we are all checked in for Glasgow. Let's go get through security and get to the plane, because we've only got about an hour and a half now until we're meant to be boarding. Maybe see about coffee on the other side. I know, another coffee. It's been a long, long day. Okay, now we're through security, let's find out where we're departing from. British Airways, Glasgow, 11:10. Gate info at 10:27, which means we've got about 40 minutes until the gate is announced. Right then, where do we get a coffee in this place? Can't see any coffee places. Starbucks there.
Hi there, can I get just a filter coffee, please?
Cheers, thank you. Got myself a coffee, just filtered coffee, nothing special. But I tell you, I've been on the go for a long, long time. This trip actually started yesterday at 6 a.m. and it's now 11, so I've been up 26, 27 hours. But this flight I've wanted to do for a while, so I thought I'd incorporate it. I'll tell you more about it when we get to the gate though. Now what's unique about this route is it's run by Emerald Airlines. Now it's not an Aer Lingus Regional and it's not a code share. This is an actual British Airways flight, meaning you can get the full British Airways service, like ordered meals, things like that, on board an ATR aircraft. It's the only regional flight that British Airways is operating with its full range of service that's on a prop plane that isn't actually their plane. You will see on the BA website, if you try and book a lot of regional flights, you'll get a lot via Dublin, Belfast with Aer Lingus Regional, and that will be Emerald Airlines, but under Aer Lingus. But this one is a full British Airways flight, which I think is quite unique, because it's been a long time since British Airways have used prop planes. I'm trying to think, the last time British Airways used prop planes was probably when they franchised out Loganair with the Saab 340 and the Saab 2000. Don't think they've used prop planes since then, so this would be an interesting experience. I have pre-ordered a meal, so should be good to see what the experience is like. It does mean, because it's an ATR 42, that 72 I think, sorry. Usually from Heathrow this flight would be about an hour and a half from Heathrow to Glasgow, but because it's an ATR and it's pretty slow compared to other aircraft like the A320 family, it's going to take about 2 hours 10 minutes. Pretty interesting that.
Getting to the gate, boarding was already starting and our Aer Lingus Regional ATR 42 was waiting out on the stand.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Getting on board, there is a fairly decent amount of legroom for the size of aircraft that this is. We were soon pushed back as the safety demo was given and we taxied our way out to the runway for takeoff. Taking off out of Gatwick Airport, we begin our 2-hour 10-minute flight up to Glasgow.
Okay, that's us taking off out of Gatwick. Flight time to Glasgow should be about 2 hours, 10 minutes. The crew's going to come around with a complimentary drink and snack service, and then the meal service, which I believe includes my pre-ordered meal, so hopefully we'll get that and see what that's like on an ATR flying domestic in the UK. It's been a long time since I had something like that.
The crew did indeed come around with a complimentary snack and water, but sadly, for me, my pre-order meal was not given. And on a 2-hour flight, having just connected in from the US, I must say I was really disappointed at this. I know this flight is a wet lease, but not even stocking the plane or just saying to passengers that pre-order services are unavailable for this flight would have been a better option than just being left in the dark. I feel it is a huge administrative oversight, and personally, as a paying passenger, BA's disregard or lack of interest on domestic routes is becoming ever more evident. But after a fairly uneventful flight, we begin our descent into Glasgow. Disembarking, I need to say that while I do love Aer Lingus, I really wish British Airways would put a bit more effort into domestic and European routes. The rampant cost cutting that BA is now doing is just not a good look, and I do hope things can turn around, as British Airways is an airline that I do actually love to fly and want to use more of.
Okay then, so what do I make of this British Airways flight which is operated by Emerald Airlines? As you saw, I didn't get my meal. And the reason I didn't get my meal is because British Airways offered the pre-booking meal service as if they would on any other flight, but they didn't deliver any food, and they don't deliver any food to Emerald Airlines. So apart from it being a huge scam, there's a complete lapse of oversight between the two services. So yeah, if you're going to board this flight, do not pre-order anything because you will not get it. I'm going to have to go home now and get my money back off of British Airways. It's not a big amount of money, only £8.50, but it's the principle that matters. You can't take money off people and not deliver the product or service. But anyway, people, you let me know what you thought of this video down below. And if you did enjoy this video, then you should check out this video here. And as always, people, we will see you all in the next one.